congratulate all the men and women who got here tonight. I want a big round of applause to everybody, because this is a great task. I want to bring you first to where I was over 3.5 months ago, walking down Commonwealth Ave with my roommate, Robert Loda, who was in this program previously. And Robert got a phone call from this man named Arthur. I'm saying, why do I know that name? So I was in prison 40 straight years. As soon as he got on the phone, I recognized Arthur's voice. So Arthur said, well, what are you doing out there? And what are you up to? He says, hey, we got this program, Partakers. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. And, Arthur was like, yeah, okay, I hear you, but, this can really ignite you to move forward. And I'm walking down the street. I'm trying not to get run over by the cars, because I'm not used to the streets. And here I am standing next to Bob Loda, and he's hitting me on the back, and he says, yeah, you got to do what he's saying. You got to do what he's saying. And I'm like, yeah. And it dawned on me that Arthur was completely right. And here was this man putting out his hands to help me. And I hadn't seen him in, oh man, I don't know, way over 25 years or so. And I was in awe that this man remembered my voice. He didn't remember my face because he hadn't seen me yet, but yet he was willing to extend a hand to help me. That is incredible, Arthur, what you did there, because I'm about to talk about how I've developed through this program. So first of all, I want to thank Brandeis University. I mean, kudos to you guys. I mean, here I was doing 40 years in prison. I come out here, my case manager, I told my case manager about Arthur. They signed me up for the program. I had to wait, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And then all of a sudden, in the mail, I get this beautiful brand new laptop. Now, remember, I've never seen a laptop in my life because I went to prison in 1982. They didn't have laptops. I think they only had cassette tapes back then.
Yeah.
So here I am, right, with this laptop. And I remember my case manager is brand new in a box, and he says, yeah, this is from Brandeis, the Partakers program. I said, wow, these people are for real, right? What do I do with this thing? How do you plug it in? He said, well, they're going to train you in all this. So, from that moment on, I remember coming into my bedroom and telling my roommate, look, I got a brand new laptop, but I don't even know how to turn the damn thing on. And of course, he tried to show me how to turn it on. But I know I'm going on and on, but this stuff is really, really important, because what I'm talking about, I believe all the women and the men in this program feel kind of like this. So navigating the laptop, that was something that opened my eyes, because in the prison program, yeah, I took a computer program like 30 years ago, and I remember coming out here not even know how to turn this one on or turn on the ones in the house. So giving me this tool was huge, because this laptop opened me up to the whole internet. I was able to play with it and figure it out. And through all our discussions here, everybody talked about, well, I can't figure this out. I can't figure that out. And believe me, I was there all the time. I'm like, I don't know. I'm tapping on the things. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting these viruses. I went on LinkedIn, and all of a sudden I get all these websites for people wanting to date people. And I'm like, what the heck is up with all of this stuff? And of course, I talked to you all, and you all show me how to get rid of it, how to wipe it out. I want to talk about the civic engagement. That was another part about us. So people think, oh, civic engagement, what does that mean? Well, what it meant to me was engaging into society, how I could explain myself to people, how I could navigate and go to the right people for answers to things. You all heard about what happened with me with the registry, which was a colossal, almost 4-month trial. I mean, they made stuff up about me, and I was in prison. It wasn't me, but it took me almost 4 months until at the end of it, yeah, I contacted the governor and I contacted Colleen Ogilvie, the head of the registrar, all in 1 week, and Senator Brownsberger. And once I contacted all these people, I said, look it, this isn't right what you do. I'm a returning citizen. I had nothing to do with South Carolina. And you know what? But you guys taught me how to do that, because I didn't know how to navigate that from where I came from in the prison system. But listening to all your stories and how you were helping everybody, that gave me the fire to say, you know what? I'm being wronged, and could you correct it? And who has the registrar of motor vehicles emailing me 10 minutes after I email her? And she said, David, I'm taking care of this. And then when she did take care of it, and then they made it worse the next day, and I emailed her, she went right off on them. They called me right in the phone. You're all set. All that fake stuff on your account is gone. You can get your learner's permit, which I did happily. Another thing I learned from this program is I had career options. Well, it's pretty hard to wrap your head around career options when you did 40 years in prison. You're like, career options? What's that mean? Well, for me, it was, I had different avenues I could go to on the internet to do my resume. And my two mentors, aside from you all, Ash and Brian, were instrumental of having me fix my resume. I put a resume together, but I remember we had, we talked about that many weeks here. My resume, it was ridiculous. When they read it and showed it to me, I was like, yeah, those words don't make sense. Yeah, you shouldn't say that. And I'm like, wow, I never realized that there were key words and the way we word it. And so they showed me all different templates. And once they did that, I understood, you know what? I know how to do this. And they hooked it all up together, and I have a great resume. Now I know how to, it took them weeks to show me how to get to my resume, how to send out my resume. I'm still a little cloudy on that. I had to write it down on a piece of paper, old school, and say, okay, it's step 1, 2, 3 in here. But that's huge, because my field that I want to go in is, as Natalie and Jesse know what it is helping others. Because the last 5 years in prison, I worked in the CRA program. I had 5 classes a week and 2 classes at night that I taught young men in prison how to change their lives, slow down skills, anger management skills, drug and alcohol, problem solving. And so I want that to extend more of my life, because I love doing that. As a few of you all know, I went to Emerson College in their initiative, and I spoke there, and I spoke from my heart. I love reaching out and helping others, because over 10, 12 years ago, I learned how to change my whole life around. And once I did that, I said, oh, now I know the key. I know what it is. I know how to rehabilitation can help you change from the inward, and then you could put it outward to help others. That's what I told the parole board. I said, I may have 40 certificates, but I told them those 40 certificates aren't for you. They were for me. In rehabilitation, you told me 3 times in a row for 15 to 20 years that I wasn't rehabilitated. But rehabilitation is an inner feeling. And the only people I believe that are rehabilitated are the ones that give back. And they all nodded their head in unison when I said that. So this program here, I look forward to it. I remember when Jesse said last week, this is our last week. And what did I say? What are you kidding me? I really didn't know, because this hasn't been a chore for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy coming here on Wednesdays. I enjoy talking to my mentors, either Sundays or Saturdays, whenever we can get together. I enjoy it, because you know what? To have people like you all care about me and us, I think is huge, because we came from a place where not too many people really cared for us. Even though we put in the change, people are like, yeah, well, maybe not. Maybe they really haven't changed. But guess what? We have. And to have all of you in here that I know, and even the people that I don't know, it's heartfelt for me, because I changed my whole life. I'm a people person, and that's something you asked, what is something nobody knows about you? I said, well, for the first 45 to 50 years, I wasn't a people person. Then I woke up, and guess what? I love people. I try to help people wherever I go in society. And like I say, my whole goal is to move forward in life. I know I'm going a little overboard here, but this is really, really important to me. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity and this spark to move forward and grow. Thank you.